and myself are getting our flu shots for 2018 right here, live, for you to enjoy.
Your entertainment.
Mandy, come on in. Okay, we need to start getting dressed for this.
Well, you do.
It says it's starting live, but I'm pretty sure it's live.
Hopefully, let me double check to make sure.
It says it's live, so in case we did just now get on, we are getting our flu shots live on YouTube. Mandy's going to deliver them for us.
Yes, we're live.
There, see, Mandy's really here. So you're going to hear some noise as I mess with the microphone because I'm getting undressed.
Okay, we're good. Yeah, we are live. Cool. I don't need to get undressed.
Okay, so you go ahead and give him his shot. You guys can get close to the camera
left arm.
while I kind of...
Left arm. Have you done this before? No.
Never done.
Never on me. Lisa usually gets me going. All right.
It's because we get shots from...
I'm going to look right into the camera. Everybody look really deep in my eyes. Make sure that I don't cry.
He won't even flinch.
I'm not the one who's scared of shots.
Now, I do like to make sure I get shots from all of our medical assistants and nurses at the Auburn Medical Group, so I know what it's like to get a shot from all of them.
We practice what we preach.
Not at the same time. Yes, we do.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking a lot about the flu vaccine for 2018. Oh,
yeah, get out of the way so everybody can see.
here. Let's hear the
Can we get
piercing.
really close? Are you able to get up here and do it like this?
Okay.
If Mandy's comfortable with it.
Okay.
Okay.
That
This is so you can hear it.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. I'm good.
You wanna
I'm
share
kind of
the
doing
shot?
a deep bend squat here.
Oh, don't let your hand hide it from the camera though. We had that happen when
Yeah. So when you do the squeezing, if I turn like this, can you really see it?
Oh my
Maybe.
You guys are ridiculous.
Everybody's making fun of my muscles now. My farmer's tan at least. All right, I'm ready.
So, go ahead. Relax your arm.
Oh,
Just let it hang.
it's hanging. It's good.
Oh,
Here, I'll make sure they can see it. I'm
Okay.
can you see?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, if you go
Okay.
right through there. Yeah, there you go. Now I'll be
Okay.
able to see it.
So click finish.
Yep, right there.
Okay?
Perfect. Yep, go.
Okay.
Go for it.
Oh, did you hear it?
I hope not.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, doing okay?
Do you need to lay down?
Am I?
And I'm done.
Hey,
Okay, why am I shaking?
look at that.
I trust Mandy
You always shake before you
implicitly.
get a shot.
Did I really? Okay.
And
Piece of cake.
And you want to do left?
One down.
Yeah, am I supposed to get close to the camera too?
No, I just wanted to get.
You need to read
He's
the
being
comments.
dramatic.
Oh yeah.
He's being dramatic. She knows me already.
We got some new
Somebody said we were supposed to
Say
yell.
hi. Yeah, Victoria said yell.
Victoria said to yell. I'm not going to yell when I get my shot.
Because it didn't.
No,
hurt.
Mandy would appreciate it if
really-
we didn't yell.
Really didn't even feel it. I mean,
Should I get
it's such a small needle.
there?
They can see
As
your
close-
farmer,
as
they
close-
Can see your farmer's can too.
What? What? Really? It's the brighter light coming.
That's just from here up.
It's because of the angle the light's coming from. Mandy's just laughing at us.
Terry Humphrey says she already got hers this year.
Oh, and you guys can call in on Skype to this, especially patrons who have the special code. They can call in. But we're not doing the calls yet because I can't take the calls until we. She's using her guns.
She ripped through her.
I'm showing my. No, actually, I'm kind of atrophied since I lost the weight. I was gonna say I'm showing my guns. She just laughs at me.
Hi Doc, can I send you a Cal T-shirt?
I don't know. Should I wear it on air?
I don't know. Your kids went to your son went to UCLA.
My son went to UCLA, so I don't know if I can wear a Cal shirt. I mean, if it weren't for that, I'd have no problem with it.
Stanford shirt on. That's why.
Oh, the Stanford shirt's because of the
Stanford.
cross country meet.
You don't have any kids that went.
When
there.
Lisa was in high school, she competed at the. Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
perfect.
here we go.
Yeah, if you do it just like that.
Okay,
it's
quick
good.
pinch. Relax your arm. Make sure your arm's relaxed. Okay. Quick pinch.
She's really concerned about us relaxing.
Sorry.
I know.
Safety first. Doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And a quick bandage. You're good.
Yes! Yes!
You're
2018
Yeah, we're
quadrivalent flu shot. I am covered.
We're set.
We're set. Okay, so we need to do. We're doing 2 rooms on this show.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Mandy. Thanks for being on the show. I don't have to keep showing that. We're like way over here.
I know, way back here.
I guess I didn't. I can fix that. Here.
Zoom in. Whoa.
There.
Hello there.
Why, hello. You're getting very close, aren't you? I feel like Mr. Rogers. Okay, that was a cool documentary. Let's move on to showing you. Now, this is your thing because it's on.
Yeah.
The link is from your blog post that we're
Dr.
about
Green
to show.
It's on the flu shot for 2018 updated
Okay.
post. It was there last year, but we got some new information from last year's flu season, and we wanted to just show you how extensive it was last year. So, yeah, you've got a little video, I think, of how it goes.
So while we get dressed and we get back into our regular studio, we will be playing this, and I guess you'll be talking about it because you're already dressed. So I'll hand it to you.
Yeah, I'll run over there
and you'll explain what this is here.
You can hear me until I get over there. But I'll start talking when I get over there. That's all right.
We'll just trade this when we get there. You wear it for now.
Okay.
And then put it on your pocket.
On the wrong side.
And then, okay, so here is the graphic that we're going to be talking about. That actually, this is on the CDC's website.
Yep.
You can see it using the link on Dr. Green Knight's blog post from today.
Go check it out.
Description. Okay, or not to the map, but to his blog post. So we're going to put it on right now.
Here it goes. And we'll bring it back here. Sorry, we're back in the other room, so we'll.
All right.
Bring it back over.
You already turned on. Okay.
Yeah.
So here we are back in the other room.
We're back
Doing funny things with audio because of the.
with multiple places.
Yeah, because we're like all over the place today.
Oh, I gotta. You can't see over my head.
Do you want to do the other one or do you want to do this one?
Oh, no. Yeah, you do this. I'll take comments. Since
You
hopefully
take-
you guys have some good ones
you
for
take
us.
comments.
Since you just saw us get our flu vaccines.
You take comments while I
Flu
set up so
shot
that we
isn't
can.
a vaccine. I don't know what that means, Miranda.
Miranda, what's that mean? Explain yourself.
Yeah.
We don't get that. Okay.
Flu shot isn't a vaccine. So flu shot, we're not using the term vaccine, but oftentimes we'll just say flu shot to mean that we're talking about the flu vaccine. If
That's what we're doing.
that's what you're meaning, then yes, we're not giving you the flu. It's not a shot of flu in you.
Oh, that's
If that's the comment
That's
you're trying
what
to make there.
that's what she. Okay, sorry.
Audrey Bunch says never taken a flu shot ever. I hope you've never gotten sick, but
Yes,
you
we're
are.
going to encourage you to do that.
Yeah, I would encourage you to. You are
Yeah.
playing a little Russian roulette there.
Yeah. You said how many deaths there were last year.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you read the article and go to the CDC site, the statistics from last year are alarming. How bad the flu shot was. How bad the flu was. And the flu shot wasn't that great either. That's why it was a bad flu
That's
season.
Why it's a bad season.
Unfortunately, it was only 36% effective. So some may look at that and say, okay, well then why get a flu shot anyways if it's only going to be 36% effective? I may not be that 36%.
Well, that was one of the bad years.
And that's a bad year. A good year will get up to about 60% effectiveness. And now even that, you say, oh, that's not 100%. Why should I get my flu shot? If you multiply that by millions of people in the United States, we're going to save lives. And it's not so much for the healthy people that we do it. It's more for those who
People
are
over 65, actually over
vulnerable.
50.
Yeah. Older. It's funny saying that people over 50 are old. They're not, but older.
Oh.
and
Someday.
and the young, those under 6 months of age have still developing immune systems, so they can't get a flu shot yet. So, so we have to try
People
to
with
protect them.
diabetes, people with
Any chronic condition.
kidney disease. These are people that's especially important that we get. Okay, I need to set this up so we can hear what's going on. So hold on a moment.
Oop.
You'll hear beep and then. Okay, thank you for your patience there. Now, what we're going to do is take calls when they come in
Ooh.
about flu shot.
All right. Oh, I should
So if
probably-
you are
I'll get
wanting to
over.
call, the
Let me get ready.
Skype ID is actually in the description of this video while we're live only, because I'm trying to keep that just for a limited group of people. Certainly the patrons will always have access to that on the Patreon. But for today, people who are watching, even if you're not patrons, you'd be able to use it if you look in the description and see where my Skype ID is. Probably best if you just copy and paste it into Skype to be able to make the call in. But we'll certainly take the your questions by text, the chat function in YouTube, until we get that going. And we are...
Let's see. A rescue dog's life said, had flu shot on Friday, got pneumonia on Sunday. Wasn't from the flu shot.
No, it wasn't enough time for it to be effective.
Yeah.
We want it to be in place for a couple weeks, which is why we're getting our shots today.
Yes.
Because we want them to be effective. Because flu, we saw on that map from last year. That
As early as October.
Which state did it start in?
Oh gosh, I'd have to look at it again.
We can do that
but,
here.
Yeah, we can.
Let's take a look.
To influenza, your chances were 1 in 10 that you were going to die. That's scary.
Mortality rate of 10% during that week.
Scary.
So that's pretty high.
Yep.
And we can prevent it.
Yes, we can.
For most people.
For most people, yes.
I'm not going to claim 100%.
No, it's not 100%
it's
effective.
worth doing it.
Right.
And of course, we do it because we're in healthcare.
So we're getting exposed. So every year we get our flu shot.
And I mentioned when I got mine, I got the quadrivalent.
Yes.
4-strain flu shot.
And I believe this year every vaccine is quadrivalent, meaning it has 4 strains in it.
Yes.
This year, for the first time in a few years, they actually have the nasal vaccine back, which is actually a live vaccine for the kids like that one. Anybody from age 2, is it 6 months or 2, young up until age 49. So you don't give it to the older folks. But that one's back. So
no calls yet.
Oh man.
So we'll keep going with the text comments.
Let's see here. Pneumonia. I've been getting flu shots for several years. I have systemic lupus. Oh yeah.
Please,
any chronic disease.
SLE, we want them,
we don't want you getting sick at all. And a bunch of people saying
lupus,
hello.
kidney disease, diabetes, respiratory disease. Those are people we especially want to get. Whatever your age, we want you to definitely have the flu shot. We want everybody to get it, but those are groups that are especially at risk.
Right. Yeah. The official recommendation from the CDC is everyone age 6 months and over should be getting a flu shot. So,
but before it was for everyone, they carved out people over 50, the babies, pregnant women, and we used to have another category that they didn't have in the CDC, and that was sole proprietor. You know, if you had a business yourself, and it can't go if you're not.
You don't want to get sick,
then you don't have any revenue if you get influenza. And that was, in addition to being a doctor, that was yet another reason for me to be getting it back before I had a partner.
So now I'll cover you.
Well,
but you're not getting the flu anyways.
Actually, it's jury duty that now I...
Oh, yeah. Yep. So, being in the healthcare industry, for sure, it's recommended. I know some hospitals, they won't even let you go on the wards if you don't get your flu shot. You have to wear a mask, for the whole flu season, which is October all the way to May. That's 7 months. That's crazy.
That's a lot of mask wearing.
That is, if you're unable to get it or for some reason decline to get it. So,
so what are our folks telling us here?
Let's see. No.
What are you saying?
Mine had 4 strains. but I did not have the nasal. That was Terry. She had the 4 strains. Yeah,
Four
I
strains.
believe every
We
one
had the
this
4
year
strains too, just how
the
many
4
minutes
strains.
ago?
4 strains going through my
4
body.
strains,
Right. Well,
yeah.
mostly in my muscle right now.
And that's going to be doing its thing over the next
Yeah.
couple weeks. Get
So-
us prepared, making little antibodies, and our body will make antibodies to the protein that it sees.
Right. So let's go back to that comment about getting pneumonia the weekend after getting your flu shot. It is impossible to get flu from the flu shot. Impossible.
No, not from the live one.
From the live one, yes. Let's go back to the shot, not nose spray. Let's just stick with the shot. But yeah, from the shot, those are all only derivatives or parts of the virus. So it's not the actual virus. There's no way that it can infect you. So
It's just the outside coat.
yeah, essentially, you want to keep. It's like
not
taking
the
it off
machinery
and
that
giving
does
it.
its business. It's just
No, it's not
something
the
identified.
viral DNA that's being injected into your cells. It's not that. It's just so your body can recognize the outside coat as an invader and be and essentially have infantry ready to attack it. When
So
it
our
comes.
immune system works. It gets exposed to something, it makes antibodies to it, and then it takes time to ramp up the system and make large numbers of these antibodies to actually protect us the next time we see it. Well, you get a flu shot, next time you see that flu virus, you've got these antibodies already made against it, because you can't have antibodies against something that you haven't seen. At least you can't make your own.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a way to give antibodies to people. We really don't do that a whole lot commonly, but it does have a role in medicine to give people antibodies from other people. But for the most part, what we're doing is having you make your own antibodies against this thing.
Right. Just preparing you essentially.
Yeah.
So because there's no in the shot, not the nasal, there's no live vaccine, and even the nasal, it's an attenuated virus, so it's very unlikely that it's going to turn into an infection. But you can't get the flu. Now your body is working; it is creating an immune reaction, so it's not unusual to get a little soreness at your site. Some people can feel a little puny.
You
Even
can feel a little something. Sometimes.
even get
I never have.
a low-grade fever. I haven't either. Most people won't, but some people can, and that usually lasts a day or two, which is very mild compared to the flu, which is a week of being unable to get out of bed.
Yeah, it's not something you describe. Well, I don't know. People have described feeling like they had the flu, but that's quite an exaggeration for what it would do. Just while your body's seeing it and mounting a response, it's more of an irritation. Yeah. Other comments?
Let's see. Pam Poling says, last year I got the flu and it was for, quote, older individuals.
So that would
it
be
was the same as the
triple strength.
She says, is that the same as the 4 strains?
Yeah.
Yes. And it's just a higher dose so that your immune system is better able to make a defense against it.
People over 65, just as a group, don't have the same robust response that people under 65 do. So they give them a triple strength. I believe that's what it is, right? 3 times the strength of...
I thought it was double, but I'd have to look into that. But it's more.
And they get a more robust response with that. They get a better immune protection and longer lasting than if it was just the regular single strength.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there are people making their comments about never getting a flu shot again because they got sick.
Because they got sick. Okay.
Yep.
Well, people do get sick in flu season.
Yeah.
Not just from flu, but from colds and from other things. There's even gastroenteritis that sometimes they'll get. And
this person says,
RSV.
I was sicker with the flu shot than when I had influenza.
Yeah.
That's your experience.
Statistically, that would not be what we'd expect.
Yep.
But, given how many people are getting millions getting flu shots, especially if they already caught it before they got the shot, because it does take...
That can happen.
It does take...
2 weeks to build up your immune system.
I was going to say about 4 days for you to come down with influenza.
Yes.
So if they were exposed to it the day before they got their shot, which is very likely, it's that time of year, then 3 days later they come down with it after they get their shot, that would be what you're exposed to the day before the shot.
Right, or even after you got your flu shot, you can get it for about a week and still get the flu before your body's mounted, got your antibodies up to a level where it's capable of ridding it from your system without giving you...
Yeah, there's a window of like 4 days before to 2 weeks after the shot that something else can be the reason that you have influenza because it's the right time of year. That's why we're giving it then.
Yep.
Other comments?
Let's see here. Somebody's getting there on Saturday. The Flubber Too Cool. All right, good.
All right, good.
Join the ranks.
Join us.
Yep, yeah. Yeah, people commenting back and forth.
Commenting back and forth. They're having their own little conversation.
Some of them are, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, the flu shot can be a touchy subject.
We got to dive right into it.
Yeah.
It's our job.
Yeah.
Bringing truth.
But, yeah, I always, there are some people you can't convince. I write this blog post, updated it with everything that we know about the flu.
Well, that's an interesting
vaccine.
topic in itself. This whole thing about a person's experience and how they interpret it really influences what they think of something.
Yep.
And it may be totally different from the facts. And how do you know if something's causing something? Well, let's jump into it again. I mean, we talked about this on how many podcasts and videos, but we need to, again, that you take a lot of people. You give some of them a placebo and some of them a real thing. You don't even tell the people giving it to them which is real and which isn't, so that they can't influence what the people experience. And then you see what the difference is, and you find out, well, what's the difference compared to a placebo? Well, when people get flu shots, the people who get the real thing don't get influenza.
Right.
The people who get the placebo, some of them get influenza.
Yeah.
And there are some that get the flu shot that feel a little, like you said, feel a little puny compared to the people who got.
Right.
But some of the people who get the I keep blocking on the word.
The placebo?
Placebo.
Yeah.
Even some of them feel kind of fine.
Yeah.
So with large numbers, we look back and we see, wow.
We can actually, we need a lot of numbers.
This is a good thing.
And actually, this year, they're trying to replicate some of those studies. They actually have, get this, I don't know where it's at. Cincinnati, Minnesota, somewhere they're actually having a hotel. They're calling it the flu hotel, where they're going to be doing studies like this, where they will have people check into the hotel, and some of them will get the actual flu shot. Some of them will get a dummy flu shot, also called a placebo, and then they will expose them to the actual flu. They will inject it into their nose, and then they get to stay there. They get a bunch of perks because they're doing this. They get paid like $3,000 or something.
Wow.
And I think that was the amount. And they get like this isolated room where no one's going to talk to them, with videos all over the place, but they're going to be observed until they're all out of it, just to see if the flu shot if the flu shot actually works, and to see how infectious the flu actually is.
I'm wondering what place there is for that with the data we already have.
Right.
I guess it's because we don't have an actual prospective.
Right, because this is actually giving you the flu. This isn't
in that kind of
getting
setting.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, getting it.
So we have a lot of
naturally.
data from not doing it that way, but by following people
who show up with flu symptoms.
Yeah, and I would guess there's animal studies, because it was around back in the days when they did animal studies for things like this.
Yeah.
In large scale, but that's not quite the way we do it so much anymore.
So somebody made a comment about thiomersal. That always comes up with the flu shot. So thiomersal is a preservative that is in flu shots, so that you don't get a bacteria inside the flu. Because we are injecting something into your skin, it is a good idea that we're not injecting a bacteria into your skin that can give you sepsis or an infection in the blood. So thiomersal is in there to make sure that there's nothing growing inside of the actual flu vaccine. Extensive studies have been done on thiomersal. It is easily cleared through the system, and there is no residual. It doesn't stick in the system. It's completely cleared through the kidneys.
So some people talk about how there's a mercury molecule, or mercury atom in the thimerosal molecule, and so they think you're injecting mercury.
Yeah, and you hear the term heavy metals and stuff like that.
Well, yes, there's a mercury atom inside of that molecule, but it's not elemental mercury.
No.
It's not a form of mercury that can interact with your body the way a heavy metal does. It's in a molecule called thimerosal, and so it's not the same as putting elemental mercury. The problem is we're trying to explain this to a public that doesn't understand the chemistry and the biochemistry at play here.
So you just hear, I'm getting mercury in me. No, we're not getting, we're not breaking thermometers and pouring them
I'm trying to think of some kind of analogous situation that would make sense outside of the world of chemistry. And I'm trying...
it's tough to find something. But there are actual, you're exposed to heavy metals all the time. You got a little bit of gold in you, actually. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You got heavy metals in you just from stuff you eat.
Trace amounts, which is
yep.
what we're talking about with
Which
thimerosal.
is
That's a tiny,
trace amounts.
so small it can't
and those are
affect-
actual,
Yeah.
like what I'm talking about, like gold and those other heavy metals. So those are the actual
Yeah.
metals. Those aren't like a chemical compound including that.
Yeah.
But that, you're eating a steak where it came in contact and ate something out of the ground that had some gold in it or something. It's going to get in your system. These things happen, and there is a huge uproar, and unfortunately, the anti-vaxxers have something to point at there, even though it's not anything that can do any damage to your system. So,
so we've actually stopped ordering the thimerosal.
Preservative free.
Yeah, the preservative free because there is no reason for it. You'll have to go somewhere else to try to find that because there's no reason for it. And we don't
We
like
have somebody
to,
who's really, really against thimerosal,
Yeah.
a horrible toxin.
well,
If the doctor breaks a vial in the office, a hazmat team is called in. No,
no,
I'm sorry.
no, that's
not
mercury.
true.
That's not thimerosal.
That is not true.
Okay, it is obvious this person does
Unfortunately-
not have an understanding of organic chemistry
Yes.
and biochemistry. Come on, we
the-
got to come up with something. We got to come up with.
I hate to use the term fake news, but the
just trying to
media
come
and
up
all
with a way
that
of
all that is
describing
wrong. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's trying to change somebody's religion at times.
yeah. Well, I'm just trying to think. What would be a way to
Somebody says, "What are the procedures for an open air broken flu vaccine?"
Well-
You clean it up. Yeah, and have we ever had that? But we do have. I don't think we've ever had it.
There's
but
nothing because it's not.
it's like lidocaine. I spill a little on the counter. I clean it up and throw it away.
Yeah.
I would do
Yeah.
the same thing with.
It's not an infectious agent.
And actually, if you,
it's the protein off of the
Yeah,
virus.
yeah,
It's not
gonna.
It's not like a bacteria or a virus. It's
And the thimerosal is
it's-
not gonna do anything on your.
Yeah, the mercury in the thimerosal cannot interact with your body. It's inside of a molecule called the mercury cannot. It's inside of a molecule called thimerosal. How does the body get rid of thimerosal? Does it actually break it into something else? Either way, the mercury
No,
is
it's
never
not.
separated
It's the full molecule
to
that's
come
clear through your
into
system.
interaction with your body's chemistry in a way that it would harm it. There, does that say it?
Yeah, that's true. And
It is.
people can say all they want on the chat, but that's the science.
Yeah, so all they know is from somebody else.
Yeah, I
They
know.
don't from
Unfortunately.
the chemistry themselves.
Yeah,
So,
we go through a lot of schooling to understand these things, and sometimes it's tough to say it, to explain that. We do our best. So
Yeah, I would encourage them to take organic chemistry and biochemistry at their
learn more about that. Learn more about heavy medical
local,
molecules
state
that are
college and
bound
then,
within molecules.
and then you'll understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Other comment?
Yeah, other people sticking up for us. Thank you for that.
Yeah, there's other
we're
people
just-
who know what's going on.
Yeah, it is what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Anti-vaxxers. Yeah, we're talking about. We don't need to get into that.
Okay. So, what do we need to make sure people are aware of?
Need to know about where to check this out.
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely.
Dr. Green, the link is already
Yeah,
in the
it's
description.
check it out. There's some nice
It's
links
there.
to the CDC where you can learn more about the flu vaccine and the flu and
Yeah,
all the statistics
cool.
from last year that we know about it. So check it out, drgreenknight.com. And I'd like to thank. Well, do we have anybody to thank? You have
Well,
somebody.
you have BooBoo Kitty, right?
Yeah, always. BooBoo
All right.
Kitty. Thanks. I didn't
And-
see her.
And also Lindsay
Yeah.
Antwine. We also thank Lindsay Antwine, who is on my Patreon. And Patreon is where we put the secret ID so people can Skype in. We didn't have anybody this week, but we have in the past. We will in the future.
Yeah,
And,
hopefully we get
if
some.
you want to, make sure you're on that. I am going to take that off of the description of this video as soon as we get done here, so it won't be available to non-patrons after a few minutes here.
Yeah.
And I should announce that Madison Woman,
Oh yeah, this is exciting.
dramatic medical web series that you can watch on Amazon, is going to be showing in a theater in Chico, California at the Chico Independent Film Festival on September 29th, Saturday at 1:30.
Yeah.
Although you have to get in before that to see the whole run of films that are showing with it. There will be a time for director's talk and questions and answers later that evening, 6:30 or so. After all those movies are shown, that will be me. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe we'll see some of you
That's
there.
exciting.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well,
So,
go get your flu shot.
Do.
That's
and
our
until next time,
recommendation. I'm Dr. LeeAnn Vaughan.
I'm Dr. Mark Vaughan telling you to stay in good health.